Yeah, like while I think the key thing in our two games so far is you've outplayed me, it does also just seem like
I
your
don't.
deck is maybe got a bit of an advantage in this
Yeah,
matchup because of the I think the Lucian scoring those points early, and that's without factoring Akshan into the mix, right? Like with Akshan,
yeah.
wow,
I
I didn't
don't
want to
think
bring
that
him.
there were too many. I don't think I outplayed anything. I think it's more like we're both learning the decks and like learning the pacing of it. And Irelia, for what it's worth, I think is one of those like it's almost like a combo deck
Yeah,
where it's like if you play a combo deck in another game for the first time, you're like, oh, I'm just going to play the cards in the order that I draw them and that I have mana for. It's like, well, actually, you need to save this card because it's a combo piece and it allows you to go
sure.
off. And if you just like play your 1/4 out early in the game and it dies, you just lose the game, which you would never
Yeah,
do when you know the combo deck. So it's I would say it's unfair to say that I outplayed at any point, but in any case, we're visible by. Oh, there we go.
I
Sorry.
took two. We didn't decide who's going first, but you've got the Grove of the Godbiller, so you go first. I think that's only fair.
Sure. Let's do it. Make sure I shuffle my deck.
I,
And
I was looking at Lucian as well. Like it's the deck that really caught my eye. This like the Chosen Champ just looks brilliant. And I was also like when I was evaluating, I was like, I wonder if you ever played the other Lucian as your Chosen Champ and just play three of these in the main deck, the Lucian Merciless,
mm,
because you miss out on Weapon Master. But I think the Weapon Master is the least important part of the ability, right?
yeah, yeah, I
Just the
don't. I think
consistency of just
it's
dropping
good
this
in
guy.
deck,
Like you
but
could sideboard out every two drop from your deck as well when you're going second.
you
Oh,
could. Yeah, that is something that we've not really experienced is having a 3-drop chosen champion.
yeah, because
Um,
Timo, the
Timo,
two drop is my
yeah.
favorite chosen
Okay,
champ
the
from set one.
red Lucian is assault. Oh, okay. I think yeah, the
It's
red
kind of
Lucian is
weird.
doing a very different thing.
Mhm.
Okay, let me. Sorry, I'm mulliganing here. I'm going first, so I've got that. Probably always want that card. This is a decent second, but I'm playing the combo deck, so no, this is still probably good. Okay, put selected cards on the bottom and start. Okay, so let's draw my card from my mulligan, and then one, two, boom. Okay. Ooh, what is this? When you hold here, each player channels a rune exhausted. Ooh, that's cool. All right, we're gonna play the sad gem jammer, and we're gonna pass turn.
Play the Siren pass.
Okay. So I'm like relatively confident that I'm not gonna hold regardless. However, I feel like if I were going to hold, no, if you're never gonna let me hold. So if I some by some miracle get to hold, I want to hold this one. So I'm gonna attack here.
Yep, you get a point.
I've got a point. Okay. And I think we're just gonna play. We're gonna play Buddy. Oh, actually, hold on. I can't. That's actually a consideration I did not have. Okay. I'm actually gonna just play Kaisa at home
Mhm.
and pass.
Sure. Well, it's all I can do. I'll do this pass.
Love it. Okay. I will get a point from holding. I will get a draw from holding with on Grove. All right, let's start.
This is where, like, if you're playing Aurelia and your opponent singularities you at this point in the game,
Oh
you concede.
yeah, that's oof. That would be an oof.
Call the week. GG.
Yeah. Yeah. That's so disgusting. We're gonna start by moving Kaisa to this
All yours.
tree thing.
Did you draw your extra card as well for
I
Gem Jammer? I'm
did.
guessing
I
you did.
did.
I'm in a bit of zombie
All
mode,
right.
unfortunately, at the moment.
All good. All good. Okay, yeah, I am on odd because yeah, I scored and then held. Okay, yep. I'll draw from Kaisa.
Yep.
Okay, very interesting. 2, 4, 6. I've got a couple of options actually. I think certainly this is that is moving there. I think I've demonstrated that I want that to be the case. So we're gonna just first mate in base, ready Kaisa, and then bravely retreat
What a
her.
card that is, by the way. My goodness.
Oh yeah, first mate is so good. And then I think Lucian just comes home as well. And let's just build up the clowns.
On the Lucian deck that I put in my TCG arena,
Uh-huh.
I just yoinked one and I changed two things, which was I added Pouty Poros because they didn't have
Mm-hmm.
any, and I added the third first mate. That's all I
Oh
did.
yeah. Card's
That's
so
like the
good.
rest I don't really care, but that much I'm sure is optimal.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah,
So
first
let's
mate's just so
see.
good. And you get mech first mate
Yes, in blue.
in blue now, yeah, which is going to be disgusting because now
Let's
all of a
see.
sudden Kaisa just has first mate in her deck.
Yeah, but it is only for mechs, right? At
It
least, so it is a lot
oh, that's
less.
right, that's right. But you do get to play. I've got no response to this.
Okay, so it's to one rather.
They
I'm
made
gonna pay
Gem
one for
Jammer a mech for
the
some reason.
siren
Yep.
and go back to base,
Mm-hmm.
and then I could. Uh, I have to fight so hard, even with my siren, to match the power of your Lucian and your first mate.
Look what they
I'm
have
just
to
a,
do to match a
right.
fraction of our power.
I'm just slower in scoring points, which is meaning that I'm just playing catch up the whole time.
Right. And you can't
Uh,
catch him because he's just dancing. He's just
this
dancing.
this was a misplay, I think, so I'm
Okay.
going to take that back if
Yep.
that's quite all right.
That's fine.
Because that Lucian, if there's one thing I've learned, is that he's a menace. So I'm going to charm him to my Irelia.
Yeah, he's dead.
Yeah.
We don't need to go through the dance. He's dead.
Thank God for that. I never want to see him again.
He is definitely a menace.
I'm going to pay 3 and a power for Ezreal.
Yep.
I need to discard a card first. And I think, even though I'm not sure this is necessarily correct, yeah, it's fine. I'll discard Boots of Swiftness. I think like I have to play around Akshan a little bit. Like even if I know that you haven't sideboarded him in because we're not sideboarding. I think that this would be a reasonable play
Yeah.
with him
I
in
also
mind.
think we come Bologna. I think right now we're already seeing people speculatively put an Akshan in the main deck, and I think it's reasonable
Yeah,
because he's just a 4/4 like
yeah, the
normally.
card's very good, isn't it?
Does he
I think it's very
cost?
good.
Hold on, does he? He doesn't cost a power regularly, right?
No,
He's
he
just
doesn't.
yeah,
No.
he's just fine. Yeah, he's just
Yeah,
a
I think
perfectly
putting him in
fine
main deck
card.
makes a lot of sense because you sideboard him out, right? It's
Yeah,
like fine.
you
You
can
can
side him
sideboard him
out.
out.
Yeah,
Have him
so
for game one
I
when
think
you
it's
need him.
reasonable to play around. If Akshan screws you over, it's reasonable to play around him here.
Forgive my slowness. I think
All good.
I'll pay 2 for Guardian Angel
Mm-hmm.
and then a power to equip it to my lovely Irelia
Mm-hmm,
and then
mm-hmm.
pass.
Okay. I think the first thing that needs to happen is Kaisa needs to move here.
Yep.
Let's score and draw a card. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Now, what if we were no longer an attack deck and we became instead a hold deck? What if that happened? Is that legal? 6 and a power. We'll play the Turn 'em Sideways preview card.
Let's
Ferris
go.
Forerunner to the base.
Starter deck 2 copy card as well. Let's go.
Yeah. I think from there, Irelia is a 5, so yeah, no, I'm not doing that. It does give you an extra card, which makes me sick to my stomach. Oh, you've got one open. It's so bad. It's so bad. You've got so few resources though. One. Yeah, no, I gotta pass.
Cool. So I gain a point and
Yep.
draw an additional card.
Yep.
Kaisa and Ferocious Forerunner. Ferocious Forerunner, when it dies, spawn 2 mechs at base, is it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Don't ask me how to actually spawn the mechs because I have no idea.
Don't ask me how you spawn the mechs because I have no idea.
Create token. Oh, it's tied to it. Okay, that's cool. You can just right click, create token, and it gives you the option to create a mech. That's cool.
It's very cool. It's it's a much better experience than I thought it would be, this thing.
It is.
I'm going to use...
I would say significally better experience than I was expecting.
Yeah.
Yep.
Siren to move Irelia to base, and she gets a point because I targeted her.
Yep.
So she's now at 6, which includes the gear.
Yep. Oh, yeah. Guardian Angel only gives +1. Okay. Yep, that makes sense.
I'm going to move her in.
Mm-hmm.
And I suppose before I move her in, I may as well do some shenanigans to start off with. Let's start off with a discipline onto her.
Yep.
Putting her to 9 because of her effect. And I draw.
Yep. I'll be honest, I'm not a fan of any of what is happening right now.
I'm going to go for another 2 for discipline onto her.
Yep.
Going to 12 and draw.
Yep.
And I'll move her in.
Yep.
Pass focus. Pass whatever it is.
I think this doesn't get destroyed. I'm at 10. You're at 12. You can go up to... Oh, God. It could be that thing. Whatever. Don't have any other choice. We're going to play old punch first. Targeting... I guess I'll target the Kaisa.
15. Yeah. I'll go Defiant Dance. So I'll give +2 to my Irelia, which works out +3.
Yep. And
15.
-2.
And I'll minus your Kaisa, I guess.
Yep. Okay. I had to do it. Yep. Let's make the mech tokens. Whee!
Aha. I saw someone. I was kind of hovering on someone's stream and I saw this. I was like, what is that card? I know. Now I know. So I go to 3.
Yep.
But at what cost? A lot of
right?
power.
A lot of power, and Irelia that is a little bit exposed. Well, kind
I'll
of. I
pass.
guess you've got the thing. You've got the thing.
Yeah, she's just 5 again now.
She's just good old 5. So I guess I'll start just.
And then that's when you go, action, steal the thing. GG.
That would be sick. I don't have that, unfortunately. We're just gonna trade, I guess, a mech for a guardian angel.
Yep. Nothing from me.
Yep. Technically, this needs to.
So I go ungroup. How does one ungroup? Like so.
Yep. Let's go up to 5. How many resources do I want to spend on this turn? 1, 2, 3, 4. Power. Let's play Kiana.
Mm-hmm.
Kiana. Don't really have a good way to do this. Two. How does this work? Okay, yeah. And then I'll pay that to play Relentless Pursuit.
Mm-hmm.
To move Kiana there. I don't have an equipment. What happens if I hit play? Oh, nice. So that will happen.
Icy.
I will conquer to go up to 6. That will allow me to move her to base with the Relentless Pursuit. And then also I get to either draw a card or channel a rune. I think I'm going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll have 7 next turn. Or 8. I think I'm going to draw the card from Kiana. And then pass.
Mm-hmm.
My poor mech. My poor mech! Was that needlessly greedy? Probably. Basically turned my... The thought was like, I want to actually cast my Relentless Pursuit when you don't have Defy mana, because it's like one of the only defiable cards in my deck, so I might as well use it while I have the opportunity. But it was a pretty low value usage of it.
I'll go Irelia here and pass focus.
Yep. Goodbye, Mr. Mech.
I go to 4. I'll move Ezreal here.
Yep. No response.
Go to 5. I'm going to use... Count. Yeah, I will use the Siren to move Aurelia to base. I'm going to exhaust my legend, pay a power cost to ready Aurelia. Am I supposed to play that? Kind of don't want to. Yeah, I will move Aurelia in here.
Yep.
I'm going to pay 1 float and energy and pay 1 purple power, which I paid for Cold Shot, but I'm going to trigger it twice because of Ezreal effect.
Yep.
So I don't have to pay the second power.
Yep.
So look at the top 4. Well, top 2 to begin with. I add this to hand. That goes to bottom. And add this to hand. This goes to bottom. Okay. I think I paused there.
Okay. Well, that's interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's less interesting. Go up to 6, go up to 7. I also go to 7. You've got 5 million runes. This all sounds like cheating to me. Don't have a way to do that. So I think I've got to do this first. Yeah, Kiana's gonna move here.
Thinking. Here. I will ride the wind. Put power on Irelia.
Okay.
Am I okay to move her?
Yep.
So she's a 5 because I targeted her.
Yeah.
Oh, and she readies.
She
Which
does
would
ready
that
with
mean?
Ride the Wind.
I guess I trust her and ready her, so she's a 6.
Yes,
I
that
would
is
guess.
correct. You might have to ask your chat because I don't know the answer. Who is attacking right now?
Who is
For
attacking?
the purposes of assault, I don't
That's
know
a good
who's
question.
I have no idea, actually.
I think you are, but I
I
don't
would
flipping know.
intuitively think so, but I
It's
don't
got like a
really know.
surprise attack or something like this. There's a my chat's not going to know. I haven't got a very active chat right now.
Fair. Okay. Well, my gut says that I'm attacking. So I mean it's super relevant, but also this is just for learning anyway. So who cares? We'll pretend.
I could ask ChatGPT, but I'm not sure if they're going to be that reliable.
Yeah. Whoops. Well, I'm gonna play this anyway. We'll just play. I guess as those I'm attacking. So longsword is gonna go on here, which will make Kiana 7.
You know, I have a feeling I might be the attacker because I've spoken about it to someone before, but I actually can't remember. Definitely something we need to know, right?
Absolutely need to know, especially if either of us. Well, if you're playing Ride the Wind or Lucian, you really need to know.
And if you're not, you probably need to know because your opponent will
because you'll be playing against it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll go on guard onto my Irelia, which gives her +3.
That gives her +3. Yeah. Let's play old punch fist.
I will hard bargain it.
I will. Are you repeating it?
No, just once.
Okay, I'll pay for it.
Forgot about that.
This is what she'll be if the punch first goes through.
Does it actually make any sense for me to do that, knowing that you can pay for it?
I can pay for the double too.
Yeah, probably it still is. Is it worth it? Nah, let's go with it. I'll pay 1 for Defiant Dance, but I'm targeting your Irelia, so I need to pay 2 power for that.
Oh,
Sorry,
okay.
your Kiana. So I pay the deflect cost and pay the power. And then I get +3 on my Irelia. One,
Oh,
two,
okay.
three. Your Kiana will go to 10.
Yep, she did. Okay, that makes sense.
I get a point.
Yes, you do. Okay. Let's see. Do you'll Oh, okay, no, I need to do this because you will just win. If I don't, you may just win anyway. Probably will, in fact. But we can do this. Yeah. Let's equip this guy, sure. Move here. He's a 6 right now.
Yep, it goes through.
Yep. I'll go up to 7 points. Yeah, I'm like, I was like, wait, whose turn is it right now? Okay, so I mean, I don't really have much of a choice but to do that, and
Just imagine though if you'd actioned my Siren. Like I feel like even that alone is enough swing to have totally changed
ooh,
this game.
oh yeah. If I auctioned, well, I mean, if I auctioned your guardian angel, that would have been,
Oof. I
yeah.
don't even want to think about it.
No, auction stonks are up. Okay.
I think it's a really good shout as well that you wouldn't. There's no need to sideboard it. There's
Yeah.
just no need.
It's
I
just
think you're
like
totally spot on.
if it cost 4 in a power base, I could see like that's kind of a bad enough unit that you don't want to play it. But just like
Yeah.
a 4/4 weapon master, he also just randomly has weapon master too. So he just like still
Yeah.
can. Yeah, he's solid.
Cards
He's
popping off.
yeah.
I will pay 1 to move my Irelia to base. She gets
Yep.
+1.
I've got no effects here, so if you've got the numbers,
I
you
probably
got it.
do.
2, 4,
I have Defiant Dance,
7,
so
8, 9.
I give
I've
my
only got
Aurelia
9.
+3, and I give
Yeah, that's
-2, let's
enough.
say, to your Gemma.
Yeah, that's enough. They're all dead. GG. Hey, so you just saw the end of those 3 matches that played with Speci. Huge shout out to him for taking the time to play some games. It was for the record, as you can kind of tell from our banter. It was the first time we kind of have really played either of the decks, so we certainly were not experts on them. And we were mostly just testing out just some general decks in the meta as well as TCG Arena itself. So take these with a grain of salt, but it was fun to play, and I wanted to give a little bit of a rundown of my overall thoughts on the deck afterwards. So as you can tell, I'm wearing a different shirt. This is a new day for me, so I've had a day to sort of think about the deck itself and just give some overall thoughts as we close out this video. So Lucian, of course, really strong. The way that the games played out were quite aggressive. So, played a lot like a very aggressive deck. You actually are sometimes Voltroning. I guess the general gameplay was really your loading up one unit, usually Lucian, with some equipment, moving in and just trying to conquer twice a turn as safely as possible. Being able to conquer ready and then retreat with Lucian really strong, and then you can sometimes throw away one of your other smaller units to get the second point of a turn to go 2, 4, 6, 8. You're able to jump ahead of that curve or get yourself back on curve in a couple of ways with the Relentless Pursuits or with the Trinity Force Skyfall combo. As we saw in the games that we played, was not able to get the combo off at all. My overall thoughts on the combo are that it is cute and potentially does open up some interesting lines where you can maybe surprise your opponent in game one with, being at 5 points and then winning out of nowhere. That is certainly a possibility. That is a legitimate reason to want to run the combo. Do I think it's better than just hyper optimizing aggressive Lucian? My gut feeling is probably not, but I do like the idea of playing something novel, playing something that is unique and very strong, to really be able to take advantage of that. So, I'm certainly very I'm in favor of that combo in general. Couple of things overall. Kaisa felt necessary, with the combo and wanting to get the combo. Really needed card draw, and there's just not a ton in these colors. So Kaisa is a way to do that. The 2-drops felt decent. Well, Potty Poro and Gem Jammer felt good. Veteran Poro really, to be honest, should probably be Pit Pookie. Weapon Master is just not that relevant of an ability on a vanilla unit. You're not really, if you just play this on turn 1, it has no text. If you play it later, there are some instances where that might be relevant, but paying the cost on these equipment is not the choke point of the deck, if that makes sense. So the first thing I would do immediately is swap just 3 for 3 Veteran Poro out, Pit Rookie in. Kiana did not really feel necessary. I think there's already too many 4s in this deck. You really don't need. I guess Kiana does give you the ability to draw more like Kaisa, but she's a significantly worse version of Kaisa. Obviously, cost of power, does not have accelerate. Deflect is good, obviously, and the ability to channel runes is relevant. I'm not sold on Kiana in this deck. It may be necessary in this version just to draw more cards. First Mate felt excellent, as it normally would. The Ferris Forerunner is not. I think it's a decent card to have access to. I think in general you don't necessarily need to be running the card. You don't need to be running the card to win, right? We only drew it in one of the games, and it sort of opened up a different access to play into, where it's not necessarily only relying on Lucian surviving and getting those points. You can kind of play a hold game a bit better with Ferris Forerunner. The deck does do a decent job of getting points and then maybe converting and turning into a hold deck, even though it's obviously much better on attack because of Lucian in general. Akshan, we talked about it during the games where it's like, boy, if there's an Akshan here, I am really kind of screwed. I would consider running a second. Another change I would immediately make is go 2-1 Akshan for Kiana, or potentially even just 3 Akshan. I may just be biased because of the matchup, but it does seem like Akshan is quite good in general in this meta. If you're in a meta and you're expecting to play against a lot of equipment decks or gear-focused decks, I would immediately make that change. I guess that's really more of a meta call rather than an automatic thing like the pit rookies, which I would just do regardless of what I thought the meta was going to be. Punch First was as good as promised. Relentless Pursuit, a lot worse in that specific matchup, as it was basically, besides the strike downs, which I'll talk about in a second, was the only defiable card in my deck. So it felt a lot worse because it basically felt like I could never cast it if the Irelia had even a single resource up. But in a lot of matchups, this card is just Ride the Wind, but better. So I'm fine, or it's at least Ride the Wind. It's generally Ride the Wind, but better. Sometimes it's worse. A lot of times I think it's going to be better. But, I mean, this card is insane. It's one of the reasons to play Lucian. I've got no complaints with the Relentless Pursuits. I'm not looking to cut any copies. It may have to come out in the green matchups just because it's one of the only defiable cards. And if you can completely blank their denies, that feels good. I don't know if it's worth it. But that is something that you can figure out during extensive testing. The Strike Down is another one. I think this card is just worse than Challenge a lot of the time. Maybe even all of the time. Cost of power, which Challenge I believe also does. I don't remember off the top of my head, so don't kill me if I'm wrong. But it feels like it basically does the same thing as Challenge. You need an equipment on a unit, in which case you're almost certainly winning the challenge. And it randomly detaches your equipment. Yeah, no, this card it feels almost strictly worse than just running challenge. So that's another change I would immediately make, is just swap challenges in for this. Does not feel like I want this card at all. Feels really bad. I mean, there were times where it was going to be good, but it wasn't going to be better than challenge, if that makes sense. In terms of the equipment, you need to run the full copies of Trinity Force and Skyfall. Longsword, just a really good card. I would certainly want to find room for a third copy if possible. Maybe at the cost of Bone Shiver, which did feel a bit expensive at times. It does pay for the power sort of immediately, but that extra energy cost was felt costly. Overall, I really liked the play style of the deck. I'm certainly looking at Lucian in general as an option. The aggressive red orange, the Angie body combination is one that we've not really explored, because Volibear obviously is a very different style deck generally. So really able to catch people off guard, I think. And with some of the new cards that are out in Gem Jammer, specifically Gem Jammer felt excellent. Gem Jammer and First Mate really makes a lot of things, a lot of blank boards feel scary. As well as Relentless Pursuit. Like there's a lot of places that you can be with this deck. If you've got cards in hand, you can be threatening a lot. So I'm very excited to see where this deck ends up. I'm not sold that the combo is the way to go. I could be convinced into maybe having a little bit of a transformational sideboard where these either start in or start in the sideboard. You can board them in. It is 6 slots, so it's not. It's certainly not nothing to board into the combo. But for the most part, like both of the cards are okay just on their own. Like you can change the way that you're playing the game to play around Trinity Force, and it's okay, right? Like you don't need to necessarily always have the combo for either card to be good. Skyfall is a lot worse without the in this current version of the deck, but I mean it's not a 0, right? So there's some stuff to do. I think that Lucian seems a lot stronger than I originally put him, but after playing him, really like him. So let me know in the comment section below what you think of Lucian. Is the combo worth it or not? And what champion or legend, what deck do you want to see in a series next? Let me know in the comment section below. We'll see you on the next one. Thank you so much for watching. If you missed any of the games in this series, you can check them out in the playlist above. And make sure you subscribe to know when the new games are going up on the channel.